Now, you guys know I am a simple man. I have simple dreams. I want world peace, like everybody. I want equality for all mankind. And I want Henry Cavill fucking back as Superman.
Yeah.
That's not a lot. It's a short list. I'm not asking for a lot, right? That's just kind of me. And there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I get swept up in it as much as anybody, more so, let's be honest, than everybody else in the world about, is Henry going to be at Comic-Con? Oh, maybe he just wasn't there because he got COVID. Oh, that timing didn't land. Well, maybe he's not going to be there. And I get caught up in all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that's made me a little bit hopeful is that all along, we have heard for a while that the new regime running Warner Brothers really likes Henry Cavill as Superman. Like we've heard that from, that's not one or two, you guys have heard that from everywhere, right? It's been the unkept secret that the new ownership at Warner Brothers really does like Henry Cavill. And they really like his Superman. So we've heard that. Now, that doesn't automatically mean anything at all. Just because they like him Superman doesn't mean they're going to change their plans to fit the fact that they happen to like him. That doesn't mean anything. But we have all heard quite repeatedly that they really do like him as Superman. Well, according to a report out right now, there's a guy by the name of Eric Davis. Now, for those of you who are long time online movie community fans, you guys will know the name of Eric Davis. He was one of the guys over at one of the OG movie websites that is no longer around. It was called Cinematical. I mean, that was, for a while, that was the premier, the best. If you were a cinephile, you knew Cinematical, and everybody used to go to Cinematical. Eric comes from those days. He's now the editor-in-chief, I believe, over at Fandango. I mean, he's totally, I think he's been on the John Campea Show years ago. At any rate, like and respect Eric very much. Anyway, he got online and he was involved in a Twitter conversation, public Twitter discourse, where Eric said the following. He said this, what have you heard about Henry lately? I have heard a story that they, being Warner Brothers, have asked him and he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to come back. So Eric, now remember, this is not Gus's gas station movie reviews.fart. This is Eric Davis from Fandango. And he's saying, what I've heard is that Warner Brothers has asked Henry Cavill to return and that he does not want to do it. That's his report. So a lot of people are running with that. Now, in response to that, one of the writers from The Wrap, which again is one of the respected trades out there, responded to that and said this. I'm pretty sure that if I heard this take right, I do know that the current regime, they like him as Superman, which is something we all know. They like Henry Cavill as Superman. Again, this is coming from a reporter at The Wrap. And I think they're going to try. This is probably going to turn into a story. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they will maybe try to get him back. I could be wrong. I just don't think that they've had a take yet for him to come back for. But again, that's all subjective to whoever the new DC guy is who's going to be overseeing the universe and the committee and the one answering to David Zaslav. It's been almost 10 years since we've seen Henry Cavill in Man of Steel, but what can I say? I personally don't think it's over just yet. So, on the one hand, we got one credible source saying, I have heard that Warner Brothers has indeed reached out to Henry Cavill, but that he has turned it down. In response, we're hearing from another trade saying, I get that, but I think a lot of it has to depend. He's waiting on what the take on Superman is going to be and who is going to be this head of DC Studios. Again, the new leadership at Warner Brothers, they have done something that a lot of fans have wanted for a long time. They are setting up DC as its own studio to be run like that, which is, the way Disney handles Marvel. A lot of DC fans have been asking for that for a long time. But what they have not announced yet is who's going to be running that DC division. So, one source saying they've asked him and he said no. We got another source saying that that's like what I've heard, except that Henry's just waiting to find out who's going to be running this thing. What is the take on Superman going to be? So it sounds like, either way, it sounds like dialogue has been happening. All this just kind of reaffirms what we've been hearing is that this new ownership of Warner, the old Warner Brothers leadership wanted nothing more to do with Henry Cavill. The new Warner Brothers leadership they do like Henry Cavill as Superman, and apparently discussions have happened. Now, where exactly they are, that's still a matter of who you're going to listen to. Either he said no and the conversation's over, or he said not yet because I want to find out what's going on here. Either way, overly optimistic doofuses like me are still going to say, so you're saying there's a chance. So I'm going to hold on to that for now. Anyway, Chris, you hear all this back and forth. What stands out to you? And at the end of the day, how do you think this is actually going to shake out?
Well, it really makes me wonder about Henry's time as Superman and how he feels about it, right? I mean, not everyone was as in love with Man of Steel and how the Superman story has been told so far, right? And as a human being, that has to not be very fun to hear all the negative comments about your performance or your version of something or someone's interpretation about it. So I do wonder if that has anything to do with this, of even though we're changing regimes, even though we're going to bring in some different folks, has he just totally soured to being this character? And that's what I'm interested in hearing is I want to hear it out of the horse's mouth. I want to hear it from this Man of Steel right here about whether or not he wants to resume the role. Because I do think he's an excellent Kal-El. I mean, look at him.
Oh, he was genetically made to play Superman.
And I've loved seeing everything he's done since. You know, I love him in Enola Holmes and Mission Impossible, reloading his arms, and his work in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Gosh,
God, that movie is so underrated.
It's so underrated. Now it's weird to watch. We're like, oh, Arnie. And of course, his work in The Witcher is incredible.
Yeah, I love him.
So I really would like him to come back here. We definitely need a Superman in the DCU, and I'd really like it to be him.
Again, I just like the last official word we heard from Cavill, I believe was, and people correct me if I'm wrong, was like the cape's still in the closet. Like he hasn't given up on it. That's the last we heard about it, right? So, I mean,
well, how old is Henry anyways?
I believe he's 39, so he's still on the right side of 40.
Okay. Yeah. So let's say he does come back. What movies do you expect him to actually do? One would have to be against The Rock, right? As Black Adam. That's definitely.
You would think, only because, not because of narrative, only because his manager and The Rock's manager are the same person. The Rock's ex-wife is still his manager and is Henry Cavill's manager. So, I mean, that's the only real reason. And the fact that Dwayne The Rock Johnson has constantly been dropping Superman stuff left, right, and center.
Yeah.
So those are the main things. But, I mean, he's still, in my opinion, with the shape he's in, he could still be Superman for another 10 years.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he could easily be Superman for another 10 years.
He totally could. And I mean, the guy is kind of the king of the nerds, right? We've talked about him building his computer and everything.
Yep.
I can't think of anyone better suited for this role currently. And I know we always do the X actor and anything, you know, someone could play it. There's definitely another Superman out there.
Could totally come along and play it great. Absolutely.
But I don't want them to.
Yeah.
There's also the best story. Also, I don't know if I'm not remembering this right, but didn't he initially miss the first call that he got the Superman role because he was in the middle of a raid session in World of Warcraft?
He loves WoW.
It was like, he was in the middle of a raid in World of Warcraft. He's a call coming conversations like, nah, I don't have time for that.
He's almost missed so many auditions because he's like, I'll be playing WoW and be like, yeah, well, just a few more minutes. And I love that.
Anyway, guys, question is for you. We hear about these stories going on, all this kind of stuff. They have reached out to him. Look, one thing I think we can say we know for a fact now. The current Warner Brothers ownership wants him back. But whether he'll come back, whether that's already just been a flat no, whether it's about he's waiting to see who's going to be running the team, maybe he's already shot Black Adam and all this is a huge misdirect. I mean, I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh's quick and easy recipes, 20-minute meals, and low-prep, low-cleanup options provide an even faster route to putting food on the table around your packed schedule. You need another reason to stay in for dinner? HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than dining at a restaurant and is even cheaper than grocery shopping. That's money back in your pocket. Guys, Ann and I love HelloFresh. You know, we're both working professionals, so in the end of the day comes along, we're both so tired and frazzled and trying to figure out what to do for dinner. Most of the time, we just end up running out for dinner, which is expensive. But when we've got HelloFresh, it gives us a fun fun activity to do together, making quick, delicious meals and easy to clean up. We love it. So go to HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use the code Campea16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/Campea16 using the promo code Campea16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.